Hello, 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 and thank you for tuning in. As I'm doing the videos and I'm getting better, and I do things for you guys, to look cute for you on the video. So amazing things have happened to, the meeting of the minds, feedback from my most valuable consultants and assessors that I have, which is my two nieces and my beau. So, a couple of things. So I decided that these videos here, when I cook and when I talk, I'm going to call these sessions Keeping It Real for two reasons. We're going to keep it real with cooking real food with real ingredients, and I'm going to keep it real with telling you, things about me that, are not sophisticated and fun and the best. Some are shameful, some are funny, some are sad, but it is what it is. So I'm going to keep it real, and that's what we got. So the other thing that I decided is when I talk to you guys while I eat, and I think I'm going to start doing that once a week, and I'll go live once a week and I'll talk about something. I don't know, I'm developing that part of the equation. I feel very confident with talking in the cooking videos, but that once a week live that I will be doing moving forward, I am going to call that Breaking Bread with Sue Hay. Okay, so I will be breaking bread with you guys once a week on the live, and then I will have my exercise tips and videos, and I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. I did a first exercise video a couple of days ago, and I will release it. I'm doing a lot of content in advance so that then I can process what I'm doing and do better and not have gaps of time without content, because that's what happened to me in the past. It's time consuming, it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of creativity, and then you get stuck and you don't do anything for 2 weeks, and then to revamp yourself and the momentum is tough. So I'm not losing momentum. I'm staying committed, and I'm doing this, and I'm still thinking about the Espanol to English to Espanol action. I don't know, it might be too much on my plate, but for now, si me estás viendo en español, si me estás viendo y quieres entenderlo en español en el YouTube, el CC, la capción CC, le haces ahí en ese botón y pones capción CC español, y todo lo que yo digo se va a decir en español. Okay, so I just told people, if they want to know what I'm saying in Spanish, do the closed caption on YouTube, so they can read what I'm saying in Spanish. So today I am going to make short ribs, meaty short ribs, so I'm looking forward to these. Look how juicy they are. Oh man. And I'm going to sear them first and use the air fryer as well, so that I can get the results that I want. And I'm going to top it off with a wonderful, beautiful mushroom sauce. And the mushroom sauce will have a little bit of onions. They get dissolved in the sauce anyways. And my good old kefir as the cream, the heavy cream, the kefir. So ingredients for the steak is going to be mustard, salt, pepper, garlic. A basic steak, a basic beef. What is it? A basic beef condiments. Okay, that's it. So as I told you, my niece looks at my videos, and she gives me feedback on what I say and what I don't say and what I should say, and she's so smart, and I trust what they tell me. I trust their opinion. I value their opinion highly. So one of the things, let me adjust this just a tad bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So one of the things that she says is that something that I say, I always say, what it do, Nica, Nica, because I'm a Nica. And so she's like, you know, that's not really popular anymore. And, you know, it's the cancel culture action. You know, that's what it is, the cancel culture action. So, you know, I accept it. I accept what she tells me. And if it's offending people, the implication is the implication. You know, it is that. I am, you know, I'm referring to that because I grew up in the hood, honey. I grew up in the U.S. in crack epidemic hood. I grew up on F Street. 501 F Street is where I lived. And it was nothing but crackheads, a whole bunch of migrants, and a whole bunch of, it was two type of migrants in my neighborhood. It was Haitian migration, huge influx of Haitian migration when I first moved to Florida in 1990. And the other was, you know, the Latino, Puerto Rican, Cuban population. And so, you know, I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the 90s. I grew up, you know, I came to the U.S. in the late 80s. I am hip hop. You know, I am, you know, that. And that's what I know. And in my hood, and in a lot of the hoods that I work, that I serve, and the people that know me a long time, and we know each other, what it do, Nica, is what it is. And we don't get offended. And I am a person of color, you know, I'm brown. And I don't say that to offend anybody. And, you know, it is what it is. So I just wanted to clear that up because she's right. You know, like famous people are getting convicted out here for growing up, you know, in the 80s and 90s. And this is part of the culture. It's a culture. And I know it has great implication to the Black people of America, and great implication to the Black people of my homeland, and to the Black people anywhere in the Americas that were brought here and were enslaved, and they were, you know, tortured and killed and all that stuff. 100%, yeah. But in the 90s, in late 80s, 90s, and through hip hop, it became an empowerment. We were not offended when we were called that name. You know, I've been called that name. I'll tell you guys a story. I've been called that name. This is really scary, but funny, but mostly scary. So far, salt, mustard, pepper, and you add the garlic, a little bit of garlic to this, and then we'll add a little bit of garlic to the mushroom sauce also. Garlic takes over, you know, when it comes to flavors. So just a little tad bit, unless you're a garlic freak, like with wings. Give me a lot of garlic with wings. I love garlic with wings. So, but you know, because I don't want to take you know, take the flavor over. With the garlic, I'm just doing a little bit. And so usually, to be honest with you guys, I would just rub this with my hands. You know what? A girl has to do what she does, because I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, so this is what I normally do. Okay, I'm like, this is what I do. I'll clean myself and keep it moving. That's what it is. So, you know, so I get it all in there. I get it all in there. And I didn't put a lot of salt, because at the end, when you do the sauce, you put a pinch of salt there, and that's all the salt you will need. Okay, stay tuned. I'm gonna rinse my hands. That was so Speedy Gonzalez rinsing, right? That was like, bam, flash. Quick production out here, honey. Quick production. Okay, so I heated up my pan. Let's make you look at the pan. And I haven't added the oil, so I'll add a little bit of oil. And it's not really hot because, oh, my mistake, it is very hot. The oil started moving around. I had it on super, super low since I started the video. So it moved around. And when you're I'm going to put this steak in the air fryer, okay? However, I like to sear it. It's great to sear your steak, okay? What does that mean? You close the steak with the heat. When you drop it into a high heat pan, your meat, especially thick meat, you sear it, you close it. And so all the juices of the meat stay inside. And then you can put it in the oven or the air fryer, or even keep cooking it on that pot. Not a problem. And the juices are not going to leave the meat. So it's just a good technique to keep the juice inside the meat. Searing your steak, okay? So I will drop the steak there. I hope it's super hot because I want to sear. I don't want the juices to come out. Yeah, it's hot. I'm going to put it a little bit higher. And so let me tell you guys a story about, you know, I've been treated like that. My niece Ira attended the University of Florida, okay? She is the first in my family to go to the University of Florida. Like, my other nieces have attended like other universities, but in my sisters, you know, they went to college back home. But you know, it's a big deal, the University of Florida. So she invited my nephew Roger and I to go for a trip with her, you know. So we went up the road, you know, to the University of Florida. And at that time I was into buying antiques and paintings, and I was into antiques. So there's this antique mall when you take the highway towards the University of Florida. So we got out at the antique place, and I was ready to spend some dough if I found something that I loved. I was there to buy because it said antique whatever. It was a big antique mall. So I was there to buy, honey. I was there to make it rain for them. And my nephew Roger, he has my complexion, and he has very curly hair, but he doesn't look like Afro. You know, he's not African looking. He doesn't look what is it? Afro Latin. He looks dark with curly hair. His father's family was from the Costa Atlantica, which is the Atlantic coast, and it's full of black people, the Mosquitos and the blacks, and they speak patois, broken English. So it is, they don't consider themselves, it's funny because only in the US you're black or white or Hispanic or Asian. Everywhere else you're just whatever your homeland is. So anywho, it was the three of us, and we went in there, and we were looking, okay? It was first of all, it was dead. Nobody was there, and we were there. And we were so excited to be seeing like all of these, you know, things, you know, chairs and paintings and crap, you know, things, antiques. And so as we get through the antique mall, we get to a place and we're looking at all these things and we're talking, you know, like, oh my God, look at this. That's weird. That's odd. Oh, what is this? You know, looking. Then out of nowhere, okay, this lady walks by, like, it was a whole bunch of little stores stacked up as you go through the antique mall. This lady walks by, and her vibe was like, she looked at us like we were like unwanted there. But we keep going, you know. You're in the South, honey. That happens all the time, okay? That's not newsflash here. So you learn to just keep it moving. So then another lady comes into the same little store that we were. And out of nowhere, it comes this guy. And he's like, these damn ants, the N word, need to get the hell on out of here, you know. So we pretended we're not the ants. First of all, we're the only people in the whole freaking antique mall. Okay, even in the parking lot, you know. We were like the only one car in the parking lot. And we all look at each other. Now, let me tell you something. My niece, Ira, she's fair-skinned. Like, if you don't know that she's, you know, Nicaraguan, Mexican-American, you have no idea that, you know, because she's fair-skinned, pink and everything, you know. She'll catch a tan, but she'll burn, you know. She'll get that white people burn going on with the tan. So, you know, we all looked at each other like, oh my goodness, you know, like, scary shit. So, let me tell you, we started walking, and then we're like, walk towards the exit, and we're like walking quietly, but like so afraid. I wasn't feeling. We were all here. We were walking quietly towards the exit. We're like not looking anymore. The excitement of finding an antique was gone. And as soon as we came like really close to like the exit door, instinctively, we didn't even talk about it. We didn't say 1, 2, 3, set, go. Nothing, honey. We instinctively, bam, 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 out that door. I was like, oh my God, they're going to shoot my children. Because, you know, these are my sister's kids. Grown kids, older kids, however, you know. They're with me. I'm the protector. Oh my God. So, yeah. So, when I say that, you know, I'm not saying it to be offensive. So I understand what my niece is saying. If somebody's watching my channel and they have no idea who I am, and I'm like, what to do, Nika? You know, the implication is there, number one. I'm not denying that. But, you know, I grew up with that. And that's what it is. And the people that I know, that know me, they see me and they're like, or we're talking about somebody and we're like, you know, that blah, 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 blah. And, you know, it's a cultural thing and it's misunderstood and it's labeled differently in the cancel culture. So I get it. And it's also evolving, right? Evolving because we cannot say things and, you know, to make people feel all kinds of certain way. However, you know, all of that bothers me a lot because, listen, I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings out here. But if you look at the dictionary, okay? You look in the dictionary, the word retarded is there, okay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with the word retarded. I'm retarded sometimes. People are retarded. Oh, no, you can't say retarded because it's offensive. I would never go call a kid with a disability, oh, you're a retarded. Absolutely no. But if, you know, a common sense, altogether individual or grown up makes some kind of choice that is obviously retardation choice, I would say, you know, like, and so I get offended that the climate of society has changed with, you know, with things. And I'm not a feminist either. You know, I have traditional values, but, you know, unless you're married with kids, you know, what are you gonna do? Be a feminist out here with my dog? Like, I don't gotta work and make it happen for myself, you know, and pump my own gas and all that other stuff. So certain things, you know, don't apply to everybody. And so, you know, like gay, like some people are like, oh, don't call me gay. You can't call them gay. I have a gay in my family, a natural born gay, not like a gay that became gay when he tried it out on ecstasy, not that kind of a gay. You know, like a born gay, like gay from the jump, honey. Playing with dolls, high pitch, braiding my hair, stealing my dolls. You know, at 2, 3, 4 years old. Straight out of Compton gay, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with, and I'm Christian, and I believe in Jesus, and I believe in the Word, and you know what? I know God made him gay, and I know that's his suffering and his struggle for whatever reason, and, you know? So some things are undeniable, and we are out here denying them. But you know what? I'm not going to be fighting the world. I'm not going to be fighting anybody. If I cannot say that, I don't say it. And I will say it to the people that trust me and that I trust and that I can say it to. Because I don't want to offend here, you know, the Debbies, the Marys, and the Teresas. Or the, you know, I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. But I am a realist, you know. I see reality for what it is. If you are a female, I don't care if you hate me over this. If you were born a female and you want to be anything you want to be, I accept you. I support you. I will stand up to fight for your rights. However, you are a she and a her that became whatever you want to become. I don't have a problem with that. Don't tell me you're a cat. Don't tell me that you are a lizard boy. Okay? Don't tell me that you are an it. Because I'm not jumping on that crazy train for nobody, honey. For nobody. I mean, unless we become a communist country and, you know, then all of a sudden you have to do what they say, and then I'm not getting shot. If you want, you know, at that point, I'm not getting shot for an it or for a cat or for whatever you want to call yourself. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, if I offended you with that, my apologies in advance, darling. Okay, so let me show you how good this meat is looking. I mean, I'm going to eat well today, honey. So this is how you sear it, you see? You cook it, you brown it, you sear it. None of the juice, you see? In the pot, there is no juice in that pot. There is no meat juice coming out. The closing of the skin allows for all of that juicy juice to stay in there. So I'm going to transfer them now to the air fryer so that I can make my mushroom sauce. So yeah, so I'm so appreciative for, you know, my consultants that are not on the payroll. They're not on the social media payroll. Consulting services that, you know, they tell me how they truly feel, what they truly like, and some of the stuff that they don't like, you know, I will still post and I will still say, because at the end of the day, I gotta be me. I gotta do me, and I want you guys to know me for me. not for what is politically correct or for what's accepted or for what people think is right. I have my beliefs just like everybody else, and I accept and I value everybody else's beliefs. And so it might be a little delusional of me, but I expect the same from others to me. You know, I'm very accepting of normal reality. Again, don't ask me to be like you're a cat and I understand your catness, because I'm not jumping in on that. I'll help you. I don't know. I'll help you get something. I'll pray for you. Yeah, something like that I can do for you. But don't ask me to be cool with it, because it's not happening for me. Okay, I understand it's happening for a lot of folk out there. I'm not that folk. Okay. So, so let me show you. If I love the air fryer. People hate on the air fryer, and air fryer is air fryer that. No, honey, the air fryer good. Eat to go home and eat air fryer good. So put it like a 350, 345-ish, 7 minutes, because you don't want to overcook it, you know. So this here that's left, that meatiness that's left there, don't you worry about that, honey. That's gonna make the mushrooms taste even better. I love onions. I don't mind having onion breath, and I've never understood like women that were like, oh, I ate onions, or I went on a date and I don't eat onions. I don't understand that. You know, you just eat onions in front of your dude. He's gonna like you with the onion breath or not, honey. Yeah, but onions is one of my favorite things, and I eat them raw, and I eat them cooked, and I eat them pickled, and I love them. I love them very much. You know what I wish? I wish that YouTube and Facebook and all the medias would let you play music, because it would be so fun, right? To be like, hey, oh, and cooking, but you can't, because copyrights, and everybody lives in the system of the greed, and well, what can we do? What can we do, right? It is what it is. Okay, so your onion, you don't want it to show up so much. So what you want to do, you want to make it as small as you can, or as small as you want, or if you want it to show up, that's fine. I don't want it to show up so much. So that was like the little head of the onion where it has a little hair. So that part never cooks well, so I took it out. So, you know, one little trick for you to make onions small, you knife this way, okay, and bam, 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 and then you move it like a dial, like a little sundial around your onions. And that's it. So I'm gonna put them in the pot, in the pan. And I have the pan on super low. It's very hot from getting started with the meal. So I am going to work on getting the onions, you know, cooked. Let me grab a clean spoon, because I don't want to dirty my garlic. And then a little bit more of garlic in there. Just for good measure, honey, okay? Just for good measure. So I am going to add a tad bit of, you should, you know, add like some kind of broth, some kind of something like that. But I don't have that. So I'm going to add just a little bit of water to get all of that bottom, you know, residue from the steak, and then I'll put it on medium. You want to get all of that. You want to get all that flavor off of there. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show ya. Let me show you how to work it. Find out how much I gotta work it. Okay, so you want to get that, you know, going, and you want to get the heat going, and dissolve the onion is what you're looking for. So I'm going to put it at like a medium high, not all the way high, so that we can get these onions dissolved and going. So anyhow, you know, are you guys, I don't know my audience yet. I relate to so many different age groups. For a while I only had like old friends. I love old people. They're so funny. Old people are hilarious. And then I had friends. I had some good girlfriends, some really great girlfriends actually. But you know, life happens and people change and things change and best friends become strangers, like the Nas song. You know, Nas says that in one of his songs. Yeah. And you know, I'm not friends with, you know, some of these amazing ladies anymore, by choice. Their choice, my choice, sometimes mutual choice. People grow out of things, and people, you know, believe in different things and do other things, and some things are that I accepted in my younger days, it's not acceptable or relatable to the evolution of me, and that is okay. And you know, I'm very close to, you know, I don't have to keep saying this, I'm sure, but it's my life and I will say it if I want to. I was, you know, locked at the hip with my mom, with both of my parents, but mostly my mom. And I'm very close to one of my sisters. I identify, we're very familiar, and she protects me and she agrees with me a lot, and we see eye to eye, and she's you know, so I'm just very close to her. I love my other two sisters, and I would do anything and everything to make sure they are, you know, okay or whatever. You know, don't mess with them, because you know, you don't want to know me. You don't want to know me if you mess with my peeps. And that's all I can tell you. Okay. And then I'm very, very close to my nieces. Not to all of my nieces. One of my nieces, I'm not so close with her. But the other two, I'm like, you know, like, I can say they're like my life. They're like my kids. You know, like I stole them from my sisters, basically. I stole them. They're mine. My sisters don't mind at all. And then another niece that I have, she's the wild one. But, you know, she keeps it real with me. So I cannot judge her for anything, because she don't care. And she keeps it real with me, and I cannot ask for more, you know. So yeah, so this food that I'm making, I'm going to put a little bit more of oil, because I want to get the little mushrooms. Oh my god, these little mushrooms are so good. And you know how they're good also? If I'm not eating bread right now, eventually I'll incorporate some kind of flour. I have almond flour, but you know, almond flour, you have to really know your stuff with it, because it doesn't bake like regular flour. But these would be great, like to make like a flour with, you know, like paprika and peppers and all kinds of seasonings, and then like a blooming onion dip, right? And dip it in there, and then like make like a creamy horseradish. Oh my god. Or like make it and like put it like in a, make it like like that, like bread it and fry it. But anyhow, that's not where I am at in my life. So sweet dreams are made of these, and who am I to disagree? But I cannot eat properly. And then you get your little onions incorporated. This is delicious, guys. This is a yum yum, a win-win. My God, if I may say so myself. And a little bit of salt. The salt looks humongous on the videos, and I just like that. But it's like sprinkle. If you really look at it, it's like a sprinkle. And the idea that salt is bad for you is another bogus thing. Salt is not bad for you. That fake salt, iodinized salt, is what's bad for you, okay? Not real salt. Not kosher salt, not sea salt. Himalayan salt is very compromised because it became a fad. And I dislike it because it was so affordable for me, and I've been using it for years, since I can remember, and it was so affordable, and then all of a sudden it becomes a fad and it's so expensive, and then they start messing with it, and it's not even real pink salt. I dislike it when things become a fad because it messes up the pricing and the availability for the rest of us. So I'm going to make the sauce creamy, okay, like a creamy mushroom sauce. And you know what, guys? I'm making great recipes for you guys. I'm making great recipes for you guys with very, very minimal ingredients, because I think these type of recipes help us eat fast and help us cook more, because we are not enslaved, to the kitchen. So 7 minutes in the air fryer after you sear your short rib will get you a very nice cooked rib. It's probably medium to medium well. Look, it's still juicy. Look, there's juice on my plate. It's not dry. If you like it well done, you gotta go for at least 9 minutes. I don't like it well done. And the mushroom sauce, look at this sauce. Creamy, saucy, just with kefir. So let's grab a little bit of that and put it on top of that steak. I've been looking forward to making these little mushrooms. And now that, I was able to do it, I'm excited. And then I had mushrooms the other day. I made something else. I made another video for my meals. And that's what I had. So I hope you guys enjoyed cooking a steak with mushrooms with me, short rib steak with mushrooms. And I share what I could. And thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment. I need it. I want it. I want it. I love it. I want some more of it. Anyhow, anyways, do it because I need your support. Thank you for watching. Bye.